Hey, what's good, my fellow masters? Since we're now in the month of December, that means it's time for a Christmas event. Though this year, we will have to settle for the rerun of the Glorious Path to Santa Claus, the sealed Christmas present. The event will run from December 6th, 0000 PST after a server maintenance, and it ends on December 17th, 1959 PST, giving us about 12 days or so. To participate, you need to have cleared the Fuyuki Singularity, so it's pretty much open to everyone. It does have a lotto component to it, but since it is a rerun, there is a limit to the amount of prize lineups you can claim. That limitation and other minor differences from the original will be covered in this video, so whether you're just looking for a bit of a refresher or if you did not play the original event in 2022, then please grab a drink, get comfy, and let's see what the Glorious Path to Santa Claus has in store for us. We'll start off with a bit of a general overview for the event. Those that have played the original will have a good idea of what to expect, but for those that will be playing through it for the first time, pretty much at the very beginning, the new 4-star Saber class welfare servant, Karna Santa, will join your party temporarily once you have cleared the main quest prologue. I'll go over more details on Santa Karna in just a bit. As you clear the first section, or round 1 of the main quests, 3 free quests will be available. Farm these free quests and the others that eventually unlock to collect the lottery currency called Solar Hand Wraps, along with the event shop currencies Holy Bananas, Saint Bars, and Cool Gum. Use these Solar Hand Wraps to spin the lottery roulette to claim the lotto prizes. This should be familiar as we just wrapped up the Tamlin Cup. Among the lottery prize lineups are another event currency called Black Presents, and these have a couple of functions within the event. One of these functions is to unlock the subsequent sections of the main quest, so you will need varying amounts of these black presents in order to progress through the event's story. Note, this is only an accumulation, the main quests don't actually consume any black presents. In addition to needing a certain amount of black presents on hand to unlock the main quests beyond round 1, they are also time-gated. The prologue and round 1 will be available from the start, and as usual, the next round will be available later on the 6th, at 2000 PST server refresh. Rounds 3 to 6 and the final round will follow an unlock pattern of 1 per day as the first week of the event unfolds. More free quests will open up when each new round of the main quest has been cleared, and naturally as you progress through the free quests, the various currency drops will improve. And there is no specific time limit to these free quests. Once they become available, they will be accessible until the event concludes. Playing through and completing the event's main quest should provide you with 1 3-star event craft essence, 6 Saint Quartz, 1 divine wine, 5 Dragon's Reverse Scales, 1 Egg of Truth, an Assassin class piece, and then 1 Holy Grail for those playing through for the first time, or 1 Crystallized Lore for those masters that are playing this event for the second time. There are also a series of special quests, 7 of them called Fighting Santa matches. The first match will be accessible when round 1 of the main quest is cleared, and then each subsequent Santa match will unlock as you progress through the rounds of the main quest. Santa match 2 when round 2 is cleared, and then so on until the final round has been completed and the 7th Santa match is available. A few things to note about these special quests. They do not cost any AP, but instead require another type of event currency called Christmas Gongs, which you can obtain from among the lotto prizes. The amount of Christmas gongs needed correspond to the match number. 1 gong for Santa match 1, 2 gongs for match 2, so on and so forth. A combined 28 Christmas gongs will be needed for all the Fighting Santa matches. But don't worry about having to withdraw from a match if it's needed. The Christmas gong will only be consumed once the quest has been cleared. Another point to note is your party is restricted to just 4 servants, and that includes the one selected from the support list. And lastly, the matches themselves do have a gimmick or two and become slightly more difficult as you make your way through them. The first 6 are only composed of 2 enemy servants with relatively large HP pools, except for the 7th match, which has 3 enemy servants and is the most difficult of the bunch, with some HP break bars and several gimmicks, but nothing approaching a challenge quest. Clearing all 7 Fighting Santa matches will provide you with 5 of each Heroes Proofs, Void Dust, Octuplet Crystals, Soundless Bells, Black Beast Grease, Fruits of Eternity, and Foreign God Hearts, plus a number of class pieces and monuments, and a combined total of 100 black presents. You will most definitely need all of these black presents in order to claim some special lottery prizes. As mentioned earlier, this event provides a free 4-star servant, Karna Santa. This version of our hero benefaction is a single target quick type saber whose combat style as a saber is boxing, cause why not? This boxing Santa can give himself a significant boost to his overall critical damage for 3 turns, along with increasing both his quick and buster cards for 3 attacks each over a few turns. He is capable of a 1-turn massive crit damage buff that is specific to his 2 quick cards, and to ensure the stars go to him for that 1 turn, Santa Karna's absorption is increased by up to 500%. On the defensive end, he can grant himself evasion that is good for 2 attacks over 3 turns. Then for a bit of support utility, Santa Karna has a targetable NP charge of up to 20%, which also gives the target a 3-time debuff immunity over 3 turns. His 8-hit single target MP will first remove the target's gut status, if 1 is present, before dealing damage. The overcharge effect is a 1-turn quick steroid that is applied first, and ranges from 20 to 40% based on OC level. Since Santa Karna is an event welfare servant and can be obtained at MP5, he can be quite the potent single target saber for those with rosters that may lack one. Overall, I quite like his pretty significant critical damage potential, especially when combining Scotty's 100% quick card crit damage buff to his own. When that happens, a boss level HP break bar can be made to easily disappear without even using his NP. Add in that targetable NP charge and very useful debuff immunity, and I think it's well worth the effort to play through the event to obtain him, if you don't yet have him, of course. If you do already have him, then at least you can obtain 1 rare prism for each additional copy of Santa Karna from the 6th copy onwards. 5 rare prisms in total if you already have him at NP5. Personally, this is one of the features of an event rerun with a welfare servant that I do miss. This time around, servant coins for Santa Karna can be obtained as his addition to the game back in 2022 predates the servant coin system. A total of 480 of them can be purchased from the event shop. To make Santa Karna a permanent addition to your Chaldea, then 2 conditions need to be fulfilled. Clear the main quest epilogue, and obtain the Fighter's Exchange Ticket Grand Prize from the 5th Lottery Rewards lineup. At that point, you will be able to exchange the ticket at the event shop to make your Karna permanent. Clearing the epilogue will also make 4 additional copies of Santa Karna available for purchase in the event shop. These 4 copies will require a total of 16 Christmas Gong currency. As for his Ascension items, called Santa Bags, they are the grand prize rewards from the first 4 Lottery Rewards lineup. And as usual for an event with a welfare servant, Santa Karna will receive double the EXP during enhancements for the time period the event is on. Since the Tamlin Cup ended not too long ago, most should be pretty familiar with how a Lotto event works. But just to cover all my bases, here is a brief summary. Farm up the solar hand-wrap Lotto currency from the free quests, and use those to spin the Lotto Roulette to claim all the prizes. 110 spin will cost 20 solar hand-wraps, and you can keep spinning until all the prizes for that lineup have been claimed. Each prize lineup contains 300 items, so claiming them all will require 600 Lotto currency, and once that happens, it will automatically replenish with the next prize lineup. Now, since this is a rerun of the Karna Christmas event, there is a limit to the number of prize lineups, which is capped at 20. So that means in order to claim all of the items from all 20 Lotto boxes, you need to farm up 12,000 solar hand wraps. The first 10 Lotto boxes, or prize lineups, will each contain a grand prize. I've already mentioned some of them, but going over them all, for Lotto boxes 1 to 4, the grand prize is a Santa Karna Ascension item. Box 5 contains the exchange item to make Santa Karna permanent. A crystallized lore is the grand prize for box number 6, and then Lotto boxes 7 to 10 each have a 4-star attack foe as the grand prize. The matching 4-star HP foe cards can be obtained from the event shop. As for the standard rewards, the first 10 Lotto boxes will all each provide 1 secret gem for each of the 7 main classes, 2 magic gems, and 2 regular gems for each of the 7 main classes, 25 4-star embers and 15 3-star embers, 1 golden, 2 silver, and 3 bronze apples, 45 mana prisms, 10.6k friend points, 4.43 million QP, 4 Christmas gongs, 1 Christmas exchange ticket, more on this in a bit, 5 black presents, and lastly, an assortment of Ascension/skill materials 2 horseshoes, 2 Yggdrasil seeds, 2 void dust, and 3 spinal fluid. For the remaining 11 to 20 lotto boxes, the rewards remain largely the same except for no grand prizes, gold or silver apples, and the total friend points and QP amounts get a very slight increase. There is also the special rewards lineup I mentioned earlier. It does not replenish, so what you see is what you get. Once you've completed the main quest of the event, this special lineup will become available, and to claim the rewards indicated here, it will require 200 black presents. And if you recall, clearing all of the Fighting Santa matches will provide 100 black presents to go along with the 100 obtained from the 20 lotto boxes. And the rewards from this special lineup are pretty nice. Another crystallized lore, 1 summon ticket, 63 SQ fragments equaling 9 Saint Quartz, 1 rare prism, 5 additional golden apples, then 10 of each of the following: Spirit Roots, Gallstones, Foreign God Hearts, Divine Wine, Skumo Mirrors, Eggs of Truth, Star Fragments, Fruits of Eternity, and Warhorse's Young Horns. Lastly, 39 5-star EXP cards. As for those 20 Christmas exchange tickets from the lotto boxes, they can be used to obtain one of the indicated material choices per ticket, either a Tearstone of Blood, a Divine Leyline Spiritron, or a Soundless Bell. And, as a small PSA, Santa Karna requires 60 Divine Leyline Spiritrons for his skills, while the upcoming new SSR Avenger Nito Chrysalter, expected in January, will need 36 Tearstones for all of her skills. To help with farming up Solar Hand Wrap Lotto currency is the Event Craft Essence Cherry Icicle. This 5-star CE features stunning art, if I do say so myself, of the goddess Parvati amidst a veritable winter wonderland. For this Christmas event rerun, it provides a +1 drop to Solar Hand Wraps, and an MLB copy provides a +2 drop. Its normal effects provide an increase to quick performance by 5%, an NP damage increase of 10%, and a starting NP charge of 30%. When max limit broken, those increases become 8, 15, and 50% respectively. 4 copies of Cherry Icicle will be available for purchase from the event shop. Of course, it is possible to get additional copies of the CE from random drops from most of the event free quests. If this is your first time playing through, then buying all 4 copies from the event shop as quickly as possible will make gaining Solar Hand Wrap currency that much easier. For those that played this event back in 2022, hopefully you kept Cherry Icicle to make reaching 12,000 Solar Hand Wraps much quicker to achieve. For masters that are playing through for the very first time, then please remember that keeping 5 copies separate instead of immediately merging them to max limit break will provide a much better bonus. As a welfare 5-star CE, it's a pretty solid one, especially for a quick servants with its starting NP charge, increase to quick performance, and NP damage. The only thing I would prefer to see is all attack scaling rather than its split between attack and HP. Aside from the lotto currency, there is of course the event shop currency, and to aid with accumulating those a bit easier are the event limited gacha craft essences that will be on rate up on the related pickup summon. We have the 5-star CE Twinkling Stars featuring Pollux of the Dioscuri twins looking very cute in her festive red one piece. Oh, then I guess Castor's there too, grumpily helping his sis set up a Christmas feast or something. Twinkling Stars will provide a +1 drop to Holy Bananas, or +2 if max limit broken. For regular effects, it will increase arts cards effectiveness by 10%, increase NP strength by 10%, which become 15% each when MLB, along with providing 3 or 4 critical stars per turn. Next up is the 4-star CE Red Box, featuring Asvanthaman doing some training, perhaps for a bout with Karna? Surprisingly, Jinako is there watching, and I'm kind of left wondering if Ramab's Cider somehow dragged her there. Equipping the CE will provide a +1 drop to Saint Bars, or +2 if max limit broken. And beyond its event bonus is a Buster performance increase of 10%, coupled with an 8% increase to critical damage. An MLB copy will make those effects 15 and 10% respectively. Last up, we have the 3-star CE Freeze Frame, featuring Chaldea's resident photographer, Georgios, looking all ready to capture some festive moments on his DSLR. This CE will provide a +1 drop to Coolgum, or +2 if max limit broken. It also provides a damage cut of 100 to 200 if MLB, and an arts performance buff of 3% or 5% if MLB. One copy of the CE will be awarded when the first section of the main quest has been cleared. And of course, for the duration of the event, it will be possible to gain copies of the CE from the Friend Point Gacha, though the chances are extremely low. With the event CEs out of the way, let's take a look at the servants with bonuses to damage and bond points gained. To no surprise, Santa Karna gets a 100% damage bonus and 50% to bond points, along with the SSR Lancer Vritra, who initially debuted with this event back in 2022. At the 50% damage bonus tier are all of the previous Christmas event welfare servants, plus some servants who feature prominently in the event story like Arjuna, his altar version, and Beowulf. At the 30% damage tier are servants that are event related, perhaps in minor roles but not necessarily appearing in the event story. Both groups of servants have a bond point bonus of 20%. Lastly is our cute Kohai Mash, who gets a bonus of 30% to her damage and a party-wide 5% bonus to bond points. After you clear the round 1 section of the main quest, there will be 3 free quests you can access. The 30 AP Novice, or Beginner, is an all-Lancer node with a 2-3-2 format. Both Santa Bars and Cool Gum shop currency drop here, but the majority will be the Gum, with expected averages of 7.8. The Solar Hand Wrap Lotto currency should average around 9.3 according to the past JP data that I could find. And please keep in mind these figures will always exclude any event CE bonuses. The intermediate free quest costs 35 AP and is composed of all assassin enemies in a 3-3-2 format. Santa Bars are the main shop currency to drop here with expected averages of 12.6, and the Lotto currency drop should be around 14 on average. Then we have the 40 AP Advanced free quest with a standard format of all archers. Holy Bananas are the main shop currency to drop here at about 16.8 per run. Solar Hand Wraps is expected to average 26.3 drops per run. So at least until the round 2 free quest unlocks, best to focus on this one in terms of Lotto currency. The Flyweight free quest will become available after you have cleared the round 2 main quest. It's an all Berserker node, and aside from the Solar Hand Wraps, all 3 shop currencies also drop here in roughly equal amounts, each hovering around 15 drops per run. And for Lotto currency, you can expect around 26.3 on average. After round 3 of the main quest, you can then farm the Bantamweight node. It has all Saber enemies, and Cool Gum is the main shop currency here at 36.4. This particular free quest offers the best Cool Gum drop rates overall. Solar Hand Wrap drops, on the other hand, should be around 31.7 per run. Moving on to the all-caster enemy Featherweight free quest, which you can access after clearing round 4 of the main quest. This will be the place to farm if you want to focus mainly on acquiring Santa Bars, as they should average 37.7 drops per run, the most overall among the free quests. And the drops for Lotto currency will likely average around 32.8 drops per run. Round 5's free quest is the Welterweight All-Rider class node, where we find an enemy with 128k HP in Wave 3, the first one encountered with an HP pool north of 100,000. This would be the second best spot to farm for Holy Bananas, as they average about 38 per run. There is a better spot for Bananas, but it takes spending Christmas gongs as opposed to AP to access it. Anyway, for this welterweight node, you can expect to gain about 34.1 Lotto currency drops per run. Once you've cleared round 6, the level 90 recommended heavyweight free quest will become available. It has a standard format of all Lancers, with one of them having 107k HP in Wave 3. For event currencies, only Solar Hand Wraps will drop here with averages of 44.8 per run, excluding any bonuses from CEs. If you happen to need Divine Wine, then you may be interested to know it was found to have a 20.8% chance to drop compared to a regular story free quest rate of 14.8%, though AP per drop efficiency does still favor the regular FQ. As for the other materials that can show up, Divine Leyline Spiritrons and Horseshoes sadly have inferior rates here comparatively. If you're hoping for Cherry Icicle Lotto CE drops, then the chance of that is around 2.06% per run. Then you all probably know what's coming next. The 90 plus rank Super Heavyweight free quest will unlock after the final round main quest has been cleared. It's an all archer node with an irregular format. Wave 1 has 2 enemies of 65k and 81k HP each. Wave 2 is a 112k HP solitary enemy, and Wave 3 has another 2 enemies, one with 76k HP and the other with 177k. As usual for 90 plus FQ, all 3 shop currencies will drop here in pretty decent amounts. Holy Bananas, Santa Bars, and Cool Gum drops should all be around 27 per run. For Solar Hand Wraps, you can expect around 44.6 drops per run on average. Additionally, the gold material Heart of the Foreign God has about a 25.4% chance to drop, and this is much better than the regular story FQ rate of 12.1%. Silver tier materials Divine Leyline Spiritrons and Night Metals can also show up as drops, approximately 28.9% and 30.3% of the time respectively. Not better than the regular FQ counterparts, but decent enough to be bonuses in addition to the Foreign God Hearts. The CE Cherry Icicle was found to show about 2.91% of the time based on the data from JP. Something new added for the rerun of this Christmas 2022 event is a 90++ free quest, the Ultra Heavyweight node, which will unlock with the 90+ FQ. Fortunately, all the enemies are berserkers to allow for many different team options. Unfortunately, one of them has quite the HP pool. Wave 1 is a single enemy with 305,000 HP. Wave 2 is a full lineup with HP ranging from 104,000 to 124,000 HP. And the final wave has just two enemies, one with nearly 125,000 HP, and the other an imposing 1 million HP. Like the 90+ FQ, this one will provide drops for all three shop currencies, albeit at slightly higher amounts of 32 per run for each of them. And naturally, this is the best spot to accumulate the Lotto currency, with an average of 54 solar hand wraps per run without any CE bonuses. Flaming Oni Lantern Plants will also drop here at a rate of about 31.1% compared to a regular free quest rate of a paltry 13.6%. We once again find that Divine Leyline Spiritrons have a chance to show up, this time at a rate of 34.5%. And if you need Ghost Lanterns, then it was found to have a relatively decent drop rate of 34.4%. Lastly, the Cherry Icicle CE has a 2.66% chance to drop when farming this 90++ node. There is one more free quest to go over, the Holy Knights Boxing Festival, which costs 5 Christmas gongs instead of the usual AP. It is an all-archer node in a standard format. Lotto currency does not drop from this free quest, but it does technically have the best drop rate for the Holy Banana shop currency at a whopping average of 212.8. According to the JP data source I looked at, though I could be reading it wrong. Guess we'll see. However, with the cost of this free quest being Christmas gongs, which will be limited in supply for this rerun, the practicality of repeatedly farming this particular free quest is not ideal. And it should be noted that any spare gongs you have can be sold for 500,000 QP each at the event shop. But this request does have a summon ticket as a first clear reward, so you will want to at least clear it once. And speaking about first clear rewards, going through each free quest once will net you 1 bronze, 3 silver, and 4 golden apples, 300 mana prisms, and that aforementioned summon ticket. Some of the items available in the event shop were already mentioned, but here's a look at everything that can be purchased. Holy Banana items to note are the 10 Dragons Reverse Scales, 10 Reactor Cores, and 20 Crowns. Also of note is the 5-star command code Hero of the Endowed, though it will only show up in the event shop if you did not obtain it during the original 2022 run of this event. For its effects, when engraved on a card and attacking with it, 3 crit stars will be gained, along with a 200 HP recovery. To purchase everything shown here, including the 5-star command code, a total of 3,420 Holy Bananas will be needed. Among the items requiring Saint Bars, of note are the 10 Scarabs, 20 Eternal Ice, and 30 Dragon Fangs. And under the condition of not obtaining it back in 2022, the 4-star command code Staff of the Dragon Holy Maiden will appear. It is specific to Buster cards, and when engraved on one, it will boost the crit damage against dragon trait enemies by a pretty significant 30%. In order to clear out all of these items, including the 4-star command code, you will need 3,270 Saint Bars. Then we come to the cool gum items, highlighting the Ascension/skill materials. 20 Serpent Jewels, 30 Stakes, and 30 Evil Bones can be obtained from this lot. Of course, the 3-star command code Tragic Drake Who Knew Not of Love will be available for those that have not yet obtained it. A Poison DOT of 300 damage for 3 turns will be inflicted on the target when attacking with a card engraved with this command code. It will also passively increase the critical damage of said engraved card by 5%. 2,920 Cool Gum currency will be needed to buy up all that is indicated here, command code included. Last up are the items you can buy with the Christmas Gong currency from the Lotto Prize lineups. Most important of them is of course the extra copies of Santa Karna, which will need a total of 16 Christmas gongs to purchase the 4 of them. And like I mentioned earlier, the Christmas gongs themselves are worth 500,000 QP each. So maybe skip on buying those command code openers and remover in favor of getting more QP. But if you want to clear everything out, a total of 25 Christmas gongs will be needed. And just as a reminder, 28 Christmas gongs are also needed to complete the Fighting Santa matches. And that's all I wanted to go over for this rerun of the Christmas 2022 event. Despite being limited to just 20 lotto boxes, there are still decent amounts of skill materials you can gain. At any rate, I hope something here proves helpful to you. And if that's the case, please do me a favor and hit that like button. It really helps out the channel. I'll likely do a separate video covering the pickup summon for this event, so please keep an eye out for it. And please let me know in the comments if this will be a first time playthrough for you. Really curious to see. Thank you as always for watching, and until the next one. Cheers all!